So as doctors, you have some level of safety just because you're seen as physicians that are coming under the sort of protection of the UN or the WHO. But it's not a completely safe environment. You're going into the most deadliest part of the world currently, where bombs are being dropped day and night. One miscalculation and the bomb can be at where you're at, because they're carpet bombing everything. So yes, you're not guaranteed any safety, but compared to the locals, you do have some level of safety just because you're coming in as a physician. So far, the other thing is that the Israeli government does not want to get into this whole diplomatic and media fiasco if, let's say, quote unquote, foreign American British doctor is killed, right? That would be a whole PR issue. So they're a bit careful in that sense. But the local doctors are all game. They're targeted. There's several doctors that have been killed or they were arrested and tortured. And they are actually targeting physicians and professionals. There's one physician who was the head of the orthopedic department at Shifa Hospital. He was arrested, he was tortured, and eventually his body was released and he was killed. His colleague, his second in command, was another doctor who I worked with at the European General Hospital. So the second in command, so basically the vice chair of the orthopedic department, I did surgeries with him. So I was able to get his family out, but he stayed. Right? He stayed to treat patients and so forth. And at that time, he was telling me he doesn't know what to do, what else to do, right? Because so by the way, the hospital that I was at is no longer functioning. They dropped the leaflets again saying that this is the red zone, now you need to evacuate. So that whole hospital is empty now. They had to evacuate out of the hospital because it was targeted. It was in that red zone. And all the patients were transported to Al-Aqsa Hospital, which is not actually a proper hospital. It is just like a clinic. There is no full equipment there. They didn't even have a CT scan in Al-Aqsa Hospital. The only CT scan that was there was at this European General Hospital that I was at. So that hospital is empty now. That whole area is empty. So the local doctors don't have that safety. A couple of the nurses that I worked with since I came back have been killed from bomb blast injuries. Young nurses with the young families in their 20s. This one nurse, he was killed. He had 2 children. One was an 18-month-old or less than a year old, something like this. He was killed. So 2 nurses that I actually worked with have been killed since I came back. Unfortunately, the locals have no protection whatsoever. There's no safety for them. There's no place safe. There isn't.